Hello everybody, welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be the weekend check-in. We have some very big energies coming in this weekend. We do have today, April the 30th, we have the new moon in Taurus along with a partial solar eclipse. So the energies are very much amplified with the eclipse energy. So new moons are all about manifesting, setting those intentions. And so with the moon in Taurus, it is all about safety and stability and, embracing a practical nature moving forward. Breaking free from any codependencies. Material aspects are likely coming up in your life, and get ready for a major shakeup and wake up in the energies. So because of this amplification, the sun and the moon are basically both at 10 degrees 27, along with Uranus in Taurus at 14 degrees 32, all in the 8th house of transformation. So the 8th house deals with death, rebirth, transformation, and the 8th house is in Aries. So get ready for a self-identity crisis and activation. Eclipses are all about activating these lunar nodes. So I think get ready for a major awakening of some sort. And I kind of feel for my own personal journey, this has been a very much anticipated new moon, being a Taurus, and this is likely going to be the most anticipated eclipse of the year. So this eclipse season, the first eclipse season, is going to start today, and it's going to close out on the 16th of May with the Scorpio full moon eclipse. So solar eclipses only happen on a new moon. And so it's kind of like the sun and the moon are aligned with the lunar nodes is the energy coming through. And this alignment is kind of what creates this eclipse energy. So the solar eclipse is basically a north node eclipse. And when it comes to north node eclipses, unlike south node eclipses, it's all connected with the future. So get ready for something new to come up that's really going to change your trajectory, to kind of get you on your destined pathway. And this north node eclipse energy is really going to push you out of that south node, out of that comfort zone, but it is going to come with all kinds of opportunities for those that are finally ready to seize them. So if you have a north node in Taurus, you're likely going to be feeling this energy the most. And you don't want to create any more negative karma. This eclipse season is giving you the chance to balance out any past karmic scales and to create new positive karma moving forward. Karma always works both ways. So just like new moons, along with this solar eclipse, it might happen at a very subtle level. So this is where we kind of set those intentions, set things in motions, and a brand new cycle can begin when it comes to foundations. Taurus is all about foundations. So nothing obvious might happen on the day of the eclipse today, although it might be a big wake-up call, but it's kind of like a major turning point is kind of what I feel. And you might not find out what that is until further in to the eclipse season, but I feel this major cosmic initiation energy coming through. This is basically an opportunity to go after what it is that you truly want. It's like this deep cosmic invitation to connect with the heart center and your desires, and to manifest that with this powerful energy. It's a lot of manifesting work over the next month. So it's better to really just go within and go with the flow and trust that whatever the universe is bringing forward, it's meant to kind of happen. So this eclipse really is about activating these soul contracts, and it will likely bring a lot of fated events to kind of get you to open up the page to the next chapter of your life, to embrace this spiritual evolution. And you're likely going to be taken by surprise by something in the energies this weekend, in order to get you to remember the soul plan and to get you where you need to kind of be. So even if it doesn't feel good at first, this is where we embrace this accelerated ascension timeline. And we're kind of being pushed forward to things that were ultimately inevitable to take place. So if you've been avoiding that tower up until now, get ready for an unexpected shakeup, because there's likely going to be some challenges in the energy. And I just noticed 444 on the timer, and that's all about angelic divine protection, and fours are all about foundation. So you might be challenged to make fundamental changes in your life that you've kind of put off. You might want to go into, you know, any energies of where you've abandoned a project or a person in the past, and any underlying guilt or regret is really going to be coming to the surface in order for you to consider how to appropriately balance those scales. So if you've been dealing with a certain level of stubbornness, and let's face it, Taurus can be very stubborn. It is a fixed sign. So whether you're the stubborn person or you're dealing with stubbornness from another, or you're both really stuck and stubborn, this is an excellent time to reconnect with your emotional body and your spiritual nature and getting grounded. And it's this energy of gratitude. Do you appreciate everything you already have? Gratitude is what helps things grow. So get ready for some major developments when it comes to personal areas in your life and in your natal chart that are ruled by Taurus. So have a look at your natal chart. If you don't know how to do that, I do encourage you to book a personal reading with me, and I can go over these energies, because this is going to be like a 6-month transformation. It's going to close out in Scorpio season at the end of the year. So over the course of the next 3 to 6 months, this is an opportunity to reevaluate your foundations. And although the energy can be quite intense and not everybody is going to feel the energies the same, it's all going to depend on if you've already been activated, what kind of personal level you're at on your spiritual journey when it comes to integrating these lessons, and, you know, where you failed to kind of, you know, align yourself to prepare for this. So I do feel the people that are going to be most affected with this eclipse energy are going to be the fixed signs. Any points between 5 and 15 degrees. So fixed signs: Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. So where do you have those placements in your chart? I'm a Taurus sun. I have a Leo North Node, an Aquarius South Node. I'm also in Aquarius 12th house, a Leo 6th house of career. And I don't have any Taurus or Scorpio on my housing side. So I do feel it's deeply going to affect the housing side of the chart. So you might want to have a look, and especially if you have a Taurus North Node, where does that North Node fall in your housing side? How is this going to personally affect you when it comes to this fixed energy? So we got to really consider the themes in our life. So if we look back at the last eclipses that occurred, at this, you know, in this energy, when it comes to the Taurus Scorpio axis, I believe the last big eclipse was in 2014. Then we go back to 1995. If you can think back to 1976 or 1957. So think back to these periods of times. Consider the themes that surrounded your life around then. In 2014, for my own journey, is when I was met with a highly charged karmic contract that led to a lot of physical altercations that ultimately led to me having a shattered ankle. And that was a big life-changing moment for me. That was a big wake-up call. I had to learn how to walk again. It took me several months to learn how to walk again. So it may be relevant, it may not be relevant, but I feel, looking back on my own journey, that was the catalyst moment to really get me to look in the mirror at some of my negative aspects. Why was I so drawn to this toxic cycle again? And so I think this current eclipse series might have something to do with something that occurred in your life back in 2014 or 1995. I would have been about 15 in 1995. So yeah, look back at those energies, and let's talk about some of these aspects with this new moon solar eclipse. So when we look at the aspects, this energy is just screaming, open up the doorway to these new opportunities. The eclipse is conjunct Uranus and the North Node. It's also sextile Mars. So light bulb moments, aha moments, crystal clear clarity, understanding something very fundamental about your own inner core values, your own moral compass, and what truly matters to you. And get ready for something to be revealed about your life purpose, especially when it comes to your North Node this lifetime, because that's really going to highlight what you were truly born to do. And you might come into a sudden revelation with that Uranus energy. Uranus holds the power of awakening, sudden shakeups, aha moments. So an eclipse conjunct Uranus is definitely not for the faint of heart, be prepared for a major awakening, a shocking awakening if you have been living in misaligned energy, and if you're not aligned with your purpose, if you've been living in that south node energy, get ready for a shocking awakening of some sort. And if you kind of like reference the Matrix, kind of like Neo in the Matrix movie. So if you've been aware of your purpose and you've been striving to get towards all of your goals, then I think this is going to be your new moon, and things are just going to fall into place. I think you're going to get the green light from the universe. You're going to get a big yes. The time is now to stand in your power. So most of us are kind of in between these extremes. A lot of us have been integrating these lessons for several years. So if you're in the high vibration, I think get ready for those blessings. If you're really misaligned in the low vibrations, get ready for a very intense shake-up, wake-up call. And if you're kind of somewhere in between, I think this is just going to be an incredible opportunity to really step into your true purpose. But I think there's likely going to be a mix of shocking events, exposure that is likely going to turn many of your lives upside down. And this is really an opportunity to not let what is meant for you slip through your fingers, is kind of what I feel. So with the new moon sextile to Mars, this is all kind of giving us that extra push, that extra incentive and determination to actually make our dreams our reality. And although Uranus can be quite shocking in the way it works, the ultimate goal is to bring forward freedom in our lives. If you want liberation from everything that's been holding you back and you've not had the power to embrace liberation yourself, this shakeup is going to give you an opportunity to step into your truest and most authentic energy. So under this April solar eclipse, maybe you should ask yourself, how can I embrace some of this very intense energy? What steps do I need to take to liberate myself from any negativity or any karmic contracts? How can you rework your life to be a truer reflection of your authentic self? And with the planet of awakening bringing all of these surprises that are going to show up, it's kind of like a wake-up call to reassess your path and all of your actions. And awakening moments can be very, very painful. I remember how intense that activation was for myself and how very painful it was. But this really is the place where we allow ourselves to blossom into our fullest potential rather than retreating back into those south node patterns. And awakenings really can lead you to the most beautiful places. So with the new moon solar eclipse in Taurus, along with Venus conjunct Jupiter, when we talk about the new moon's ruler is Venus. Taurus rules, or Venus rules Taurus. So this is a very magical, once-in-a-lifetime triple conjunction with Jupiter and Neptune and Pisces. So a couple of days ago, Venus did form that conjunction with Neptune. And so this really is a very favorable energy. And the influences of Jupiter and Neptune can be very abstract. It can really help us understand what it is that we truly want on our heart. Venus kind of with that translating energy with Neptune's fogginess, I feel it's really going to make the intangible, the 5D energy, tangible in the 3D. If you think of Venus energy, Venus is our heart. It's what we care for. Venus is such a beautiful, loving energy. It's what truly matters to us. And the new moon in Taurus is the best time to listen to your heart. What is it that you really want? How can you really live out of that heart-centered energy? Venus and Jupiter is a very beautiful combination of cosmic energy. And all we kind of got to do is breathe this energy in and know that we are worthy of receiving these blessings. So it's like a signature energy for abundance, keeping focused on that abundant thinking and aligned with all of those thoughts of gratitude that will really serve you and bring in extra beneficial shifts. So if you want to align with the flow of these abundant energies that this cosmic shift is bringing, you're really going to have to, set those goals and ask the universe for what it is that you want. And bring all of this into your awareness and into your hearts to ensure that you truly are open and ready to receiving. Do you feel worthy to receive? Taurus is also associated with self-worth. So get ready for something to be brought to your attention where you have been holding your worth on somebody else. or any unknown hidden feelings of unworthiness likely coming up. And more self-love is always the antidote whenever you don't feel good enough. And nobody's opinion of you should ever hold any value in your life if it's not in alignment with what you know to be true about yourself. So a really good affirmation this weekend would be, I look for the opportunity in whatever comes my way. I am worthy to receive abundance, love, and all that is aligned with my highest destiny. So it's kind of like this energy of what if. There's so much potential with eclipse energies. It's kind of like the world can be our oyster. Dreams truly can come true right now, but in order for your dreams to come true, you also have to start believing that you deserve a life of joy and fulfillment. And you kind of have to align with that energy too. So what if so many of us stay stuck in these South Node patterns that we self-sabotage in so many unconscious ways? And then we miss out on these beautiful opportunities because deep inside, maybe you don't believe that happiness truly is an option in your life. Maybe you don't believe you can turn your dreams into your realities. And let me tell you, yes, you can. So there's a lot of beauty coming forward in this new moon eclipse that Taurus holds as well. So it's bringing forward an important message of what if a life of true happiness is possible? What if I can truly live up to my fullest potential? So, you know, I think the cosmic energies are going to give us all this cosmic recipe to manifest our happiest life. And you can be certain that things are going to be shifting. Your perspectives are likely going to change, and you're going to start seeing something clearly in that higher light, in a beautiful light. So, you know, maybe this new moon will not bring you Prince or Princess Charming, but the energy is going to help you overcome all of these challenges and climb the ladder to success. And it very well may bring you something way more important than, you know, Prince or Princess Charming. It might just bring you that very deep understanding of what's truly going to make you happy, what kind of person you want to become, and what kind of life you really want to live moving forward. So get ready to set those clear intentions, guys, and let's jump in with some cards today. Synchronicity is a love message from the universe. So pay attention to the signs and the synchronicities and be that cosmic creator. Write your destiny into reality. So 3, 2, 1, jump. Get ready to jump. Get ready to take a leap of faith. I feel major activations in the energies this weekend. So one step forward is always one step onward, and there are no wrong turns. We always get to our fated pathway. Even if we go down the beaten path, we always end up where we're supposed to be eventually. So let's see what needs to come through with the Cosmic Journey Oracle deck first. What other messages need to come through with the cards today for these new moon energies? Bloom where you are planeted. That one's been coming out a lot. Right into this reality and that synchronicity. 3, 2, 1, jump. We're getting ready to jump into these new cycles. I think there's going to be all kinds of star seed activations when it comes to your purpose, your mission, and being the cosmic hero of your own life, because your great wave awaits. And we're coming into this first wave of mass unions for the collective. And we kind of got to polish that mirror. We kind of got to look in the mirror and polish back all of the darkness in order to find that clarity. So there is going to be an aha moment, some clarity of some sort, and you are encouraged to really write down the goals that you want to achieve over the next 6 months. Anything you strive towards manifesting during this new moon cycle will likely come to fruition during the full moon in Taurus in the fall in November. So embrace this activation, and with Pluto retrograde, as we get activated, we're kind of coming out of that South Node, learning these lessons in its entirety. So we might have this great collective dark night of the soul happening when it comes to these Taurus North Node activations. And this is where we kind of grow. You think of like the lotus flower. It grows in the muck, in the dirt. And, you know, we kind of got to go into that planting energy to break through the surface. So a lot of activations. Let's read into the star seed energy today, guys. It is actually an 8 card So I am feeling like that 8th house transformation, activation of your authentic attributes, activation of your soul's blueprints, planting those seeds, a lot of expansion and gifts. So when we do go through this activation, you might notice third eye activation, upper chakra activations. And it can kind of feel like a blessing, but it can also feel like a curse. So it's kind of time to plant those seeds in order to really blossom into your fullest potential. So it's like a blueprint activation when it comes to this cosmic universal wisdom that you hold within you. And these South Node patterns are ready to spring forward in order for this inner alchemy to take place, in order for this fullest realization of who you are, your highest potential, and what it is that you have within you that you're being asked to embrace from your higher self and all of your spiritual guides, your angelic team, when it comes to writing that great mythic story for your life. So a lot is going to be unfolding this weekend when it comes to your starseed mission and the reason that you came down to earth this life. So it's like this invocation. Maybe you're coming into some clairaudiency is another message. So what have you been seeded to do is a good question to ask yourself this weekend. What can I do to nourish and water your own inner star seed? What are the seeds that you've already planted that are ready to come forward into fruition? And what is your role in your own mythic story that is unfolding? What greater gifts can you activate now? Where is my true home is a big one. And home is always where the heart is. And so get ready for some DNA activations in the energy so you can become the cosmic hero of your own life. You know, nobody is ever coming to save us. So get ready for Excalibur's sword to come full force. I feel a lot of truth when it comes to your path of divine destiny, your own mystic healing capabilities. Get ready for a grand adventure is kind of what I'm feeling, because we all have a hero deep within our collective consciousness. And we all have a path to fulfill when it comes to our greatest purpose here. And, you know, when it comes to the hero energy, the hero is willing to go forth even when they don't know what's next. And the hero is willing to keep putting one foot in front of the other, trusting in these cosmic energies and the guidance from the spiritual realm. So get ready to be driven by your greater purpose. If you've been reluctant to step into this new adventure, this new timeline, your actual mission, this revelation of your path is really going to get you moving forward. And maybe you're going to be calling in all kinds of new spiritual allies, guides. And I do feel a lot of awakening when it comes to your magical gifts that kind of been stuffed below the surface. So what I feel this energy is, it is the point of no return. Once you awaken, you cannot go back. So it is symbolic to the death of the old, in order for us to continue evolving as a collective into what's next when it comes to these new earth timelines. So get ready to defeat that inner shadow, that inner monster, and to cross that final threshold. So it's kind of like a spiritual finality, a spiritual test when it comes to the sagas of these past life karmic timelines, and an energy of returning home to self. So get ready to pull the sword from the stone and to begin a deep spiritual quest. So ask yourself, what is my cosmic journey? Where am I on my cosmic journey? How could I write my full cosmic journey story as the hero of my own life? And what can you do to activate more of your spiritual allies and guides and magical help in your life? Because when you kind of align, everything kind of just flows right to you. So maybe you'll also come into awareness of your soul's name in these energies as well. So let's see what needs to come through with the Illumination Oracle deck. We'll see what needs to come through with this deck next. But I think get ready to write down a lot of goals for the future when it comes to creating your own reality. And do pay attention to the signs and the synchronicities. So you left quite an impression on somebody, and somebody's been hiding the truth about that for quite some time. This could go one of two ways. Get ready to receive an abundance of windfall money. Or, you know, it might be the opposite. There might be a huge loss. of financial security. And as I say that, I got the hiding the truth just flipped out in reverse, blessings coming your way, passionate romance in reverse with the universe has a plan in reverse. This is always my tower energy. So passionate romance, passionate love or hate, there's definitely masks falling off. And there likely is going to be a loss of fortune for somebody who's been hiding some truth, maybe hiding what's truly been on their heart. Somebody here definitely needs to regain control of a situation and to regain control of their life. But let's see what else needs to come through. Secret. Somebody's secretly been admiring you and wanting a fresh start. There's definitely somebody being drawn to you. Somebody that I feel ghosted you and left you on red for quite some time. Definitely a fresh start here. A secret fresh start. Somebody without a doubt has been hiding this on their heart for quite some time. And I think there's going to be exposure in order for this rebirth. I always think of like a death or rebirth energy, because the time is now to draw in these true soulful connections. So you're about to get the clarity that you've been asking. I think maybe this person has been secretly going through a major ending, a divorce of some time. And divine timing says the time is now for this to come to the surface. There's going to be major accusations. There's definitely going to be a major shakeup when it comes to these karmic soul contracts, illumination, when it comes to this secret fresh start. And somebody's definitely working through any fears of commitment is kind of what I'm feeling. Fears of really stepping forward into these higher unions, mind, body, and soul. And I do think get ready to receive an apology of some sort, because I do feel somebody broke your trust. They were not there for you. I think somebody maybe abandoned you at rock bottom. They didn't care. They dismissed you like you were nothing. They made you feel worthless. They made you feel left out. They made you feel badly. I think somebody's very sorry for what they did in the past. And I think you have been kept in the dark for a very long time. Somebody's been gone for a long time. They've not been brave enough to tell you how they truly feel. I think they've been hiding this on their heart for a very long time. They did not tell you they were in another relationship. And I think somebody's definitely made a mess of a very toxic situation. Somebody wishes they could go back and say that they love you too. And I think somebody wishes they could take away all of the pain that they caused you, because somebody here in the past deeply betrayed your trust. And I do think they want to come forward and apologize and make it right. So somebody's drawn to kind of balance out some karmic scales with you. Somebody that you left quite an impression on, that secretly maybe even been watching you from behind the scenes, secretly admiring you, being drawn to you for this fresh start. So I do think get ready to receive a love letter, a phone call, a text, a message, a visit at your house. Somebody's getting ready to come forward with an offer is what I'm feeling, to set those intentions for those firm foundations for the future. Definitely somebody's getting ready to take that leap of faith, and they've been doing a lot of shadow work, looking in the mirror, trying to find that clarity, really tapped into their higher self. So that's not what I intended, but so, excuse me, my throat chakra is very irritated. So there's definitely this ego breakdown taking place in the energies. An ego breakdown. Somebody's definitely demonstrated a lot of shadow aspects in the energy, and they want to now step into compassion and joy, stepping into healing. So I do feel there is a deep telepathic soul connection here. And there is divine guidance when it comes to bringing a spiritual union together in the energy. So there is a telepathic soul connection here that I think both of you have never been able to release. And when you are connected deeply in the spiritual realms with another, you can transmit their thoughts and their emotions and everything that's going on. You can kind of get that blueprint of what's going on. So there is a significant soul connection here as part of your evolution, as part of your mission and your purpose. And this person is an important part of your journey moving forward. So there's going to be some major life changes ahead in order for this connection to come together. And change is constant. That's the one thing that's constant with life is change. but there's going to be a major pivot point and opportunity for a lot of expansion in the energies this weekend. No matter how this change comes in, it is a gift, and it is for your evolution, and it is to get you to kind of disconnect and go through this healing process. So a major rejuvenation of the mind, the body, and the soul as you kind of tap into your higher self, your capability to channel and convey messages from the spiritual realm. So you're likely coming into some clairaudience, some clairvoyance, clairsentience, and we're all kind of being asked to quiet the mind and remove that mental clutter, remove any expectations, and be open. Be open to receiving these blessings, because somebody is coming into their gift of their healing capabilities, whether it's through words, thoughts, touch, and action. So this is where we kind of do that deep dive and explore all of this healing work and how we can channel all of our spiritual capabilities. So a lot is coming back online in the energies. Let's get a couple of quantum oracle messages before jumping in with the tarot. We'll get a few more messages. A new creative endeavor just went flying. So yeah, there's going to be a very quick turn of events. Blank slate, blank canvas. So what is it that you want to create for your life? Because it is a blank slate. It is a blank canvas. And we're kind of rewriting our destiny with these energies. So peace, dark thoughts, the angels of the four direction, and conflict. So you might be facing some conflicting energies, especially if you're closing out a karmic cycle that you've been on the fence about. If you've been in a false foundation, there's going to be a breakdown of the status quo. There's going to be a breakdown, a decision being made, because somebody is, shifting their perspectives. They're shifting their intentions. They're ready to make these changes. They're ready to make a decision. And I think they know it's going to create a lot of conflict in a status quo foundation. So get ready for a major event in order to break free from these negative cycles. And this is divinely guided change by the angels. So I think set those intentions for peace in your life and get out of those dark thoughts. So somebody's been in some very dark thoughts recently, perhaps about coming forward with that love offer. Get ready for somebody to come forward, because somebody is definitely at that middle point, that middle ground of needing to make a decision. And there's a lot being illuminated about what's truly on the heart and the energies. So let's jump in with some tarot and see what other energies. I just saw the Two of Cups and the Five of Cups. So there's been a prolonged period of grieving when it comes to a separation of some sort, when it comes to some ghosting energy, and definitely death, transformation, and rebirth. We got an Empress here. That's that Taurus energy, Libra energy. And I feel that's the yin and the yang, the Taurus and the Scorpio. So get ready for profound life transformation. It is this death, this rebirth energy. And it is through the shedding of the old that we can really step into these higher frequency light codes that have been activated, and follow that true lunar node that's being activated. So we're going to see what needs to come through with the tarot. The Fool, the Five of Wands, the Five of Coins, the King of Coins, the Ten of Coins, the Knight of Swords, the Five of Swords, the Empress, the Ace of Wands, the Star, the Emperor, and the World, the Moon, the Two of Swords, and the Eight of Cups. And then we get the Eight of Coins on the bottom. Okay, so this is the current energy. There's power struggles. Yeah, there is, when it comes to this new beginning. So it's always through the chaos, the conflict, the struggles, and the challenges that we can embrace this change. So get ready for a lot of combative communication, but this is definitely coming from the heart, and maybe this has been repressed for so long, it's going to create like a battle of some sort. I think there's been a lot of people, putting their 2 cents in, which has created a lot of confusion. Somebody is definitely boiling below the surface when it comes to this wake-up call. There's that Uranus energy, shattering of illusions. There is a brand new beginning here. And I think there's going to be a huge blowout of some sort. There's going to be somebody walking away, leaving somebody out in the cold. I also feel somebody, likely has been really struggling internally between their head and their heart, maybe gripping to control through finances of some sort. And this is going to create maybe even total financial ruin. I'm not entirely sure, but somebody's definitely struggling internally with some lack mentality. They've been playing into power struggles. They've been playing into victim mentality. And there's a need to have a conversation about that. And I do think it's going to be quite aggressive. And it might create a blow up when it comes to a major ending in order for a new cycle to begin. Somebody here has some intentions of rushing in with an offer. And I think a lot of truth when it comes to a foundation. So I'm feeling this two ways. There's going to be an unexpected departure. And then there's going to be an unexpected arrival. So I feel there's definitely a King of Coins here, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Or it could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, that knows exactly where they want to go. There's a lot of truth coming out, and maybe it's going to come out very brash and very harsh with that Five of Wands and that Five of Coins. Somebody's been in a foundation purely for materialism and greed, and I think somebody's getting ready to walk away from that because they want love in their life. They want true stability, and I think in the past there was some manipulative behavior. And somebody didn't value this Empress. We got 555. Expect powerful change. 555. Big changes this new moon. There is going to be an opportunity to start over again. And I kind of feel there's a masculine here closing out a major karmic cycle. And they want to come in and win this Empress back at all costs. They will do whatever it takes. I think they've been going through a period of healing. And they're ready to come forward with Excalibur's sword of truth. Because they see a beautiful creative endeavor here. So there's going to be some kind of flame ignited, a lot of passion here towards this Empress. And there is going to be something coming full circle. This is your wishes. What if? What if I could have everything I wished for? What if everything did come true? Because there's somebody getting ready to rise to the occasion. There is a deep telepathic spiritual connection here. Could be dealing with an Aries or an Aquarius. Doesn't have to be any of the fixed signs. It doesn't surprise me that come out. But we are closing out these past cycles, stepping into authentic truth, stepping into our highest potential, our highest vibration, making peace with the past, mastering all of the elements. So mastering Pentacles, mastering the material world, mastering our thoughts, mastering our emotions, and mastering our passion, and bringing all of those into integrated energies when it comes to a spiritual union. So I think there's going to be some shocks. Blocks are about to be removed. Anything that's been hidden in the shadows is going to come to light in order for you to finally walk away from something that's caused you a lot of emotional heartbreak, a lot of emotional discomfort, a lot of combative energies. It's kind of time to rise above the ascension ladder and to really walk the spiritual path. Pisces energy, Libra energy. So there's a lot of reflection, I feel, with this new moon when it comes to the healing journey and what we are, willing to work on moving forward. So there's that big shift in perspective. So, an aha moment as to what it is I want to work on, what it is I want to build for my future, shattering of illusions. Somebody's been under the veil of illusion. Could be this Pisces, doesn't have to be. But I think maybe they were just focused on work and money, and they didn't see clearly some fuck shit that was going on behind their back. And there's going to be a blow up in order for a true counterpart union to come together. So major shift in consciousness. And I do feel a lot of truth is going to be spoken. Get ready for a lot of passionate communication back and forth when it comes to this union energy. So let's grab a couple last messages from Spirit when it comes to these energies this weekend. But big changes. Big changes. Definitely full circle energy. We're closing out cycles. We're stepping into this new abundant cycle in love. And there's a feminine about to reap all of her harvest, all of her rewards for her hard work. So all right. So somebody really is reevaluating the people, places, and things in their lives. I think somebody's been connected to somebody that's been belittling them, gaslighting them, making them feel small, feeding their fear monster. And somebody is getting ready to choose somebody that will only love and support them. We're not manifesting these karmic contracts anymore. So There's definitely somebody here that has been deeply struggling. And I do feel if you are this Empress, when this person comes forward with communication, they're going to really need your compassion and understanding because they see you as this pillar of strength. They've seen you overcome these obstacles. They've seen you transform your life. And somebody is trying to find their strength and their bravery to come forward and balance these scales with a conversation and an offer of some sort. So maybe somebody's going to come to your house with a dozen red roses. I'm not sure, but somebody here is really on point with their intuition. And if you've been sensing all of this happening behind the scenes, you're likely on point. And there is a masculine that is very grateful to have this Empress in their life. They look at you as a gift and they see you as their true heart's treasure. So there's definitely a reevaluation of a status quo foundation, some company that you've been keeping. Are they really healthy people for your space? Because somebody's been receiving the red flags, the subtle cues that maybe words are not bringing forward. And this is, without a doubt, a necessary shake-up transition at this time as part of our collective evolution. And we kind of got to allow these towers to crumble. And any relationships that break down this weekend, the universe is saying, hey, it was never meant to last. Let it go. It's really time to reconnect with your true love, to reconnect with this telepathic connection in the heart space, and to move forward towards your biggest dreams. Know when to walk away from something toxic. Because when you don't choose to walk away, the universe is going to hit you with that universal shift, that universal tower. And there might be some roadblocks to overcome, but the guides are saying, hey, it's time to walk away from a very toxic situation. You need to understand this lesson and understand that any rejection really is God's protection in order to get you to seek out an alternative solution, because there is a twin soul connection coming into union. And, you know, we've stripped away all of these outdated beliefs, and now we're ready to bring this high vibration love in the world. So get ready for a twin soul, a reunion of some sort. And yes, be open to receiving and get rid of anything in your life that's serving as a block to this union energy. People, places, and things. And, you know, be willing to 3, 2, 1, jump into that void, even if you're not sure what's next, because the universe isn't going to serve you what you deserve while you're holding on to something that's not meant for you, because you kind of have to align first to have all of this come forward. And that's kind of what I got for a weekend check-in, guys. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a personal or a twin flame reading with me, please check out that description box below, and I look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.